Greetings, galactic, Christ-conscious warriors of the 144, totally lit up, totally activated, rising up through the ascension process into the new Eden, the new earth, the new Jerusalem. The power of this new moon in Aries is sending us the Shakti energy, which is the divine feminine Christ fires. It's the divine flame, the threefold flame. We're feeling the violet rays, the violet flame penetrating every atom, every cell, our strands of DNA transmutating into the 144 code 12 by 12. The violet flame is Saint Elmo's fire, or we could say the ultraviolet, which is the higher frequency violet, the higher resonance, the higher dimensional violet ray. Through the ascension, the ascended masters with us now, Saint Germain, Lady Portia, our angelic teams, the star nations, the sky beings, all with us to assist us in this great ascension. And thank you to the few of you, 818 coming in, the few of you that are sticking with us to see this thing through to the very end, to the omega point. The compression breakthrough is at hand. We're feeling it in every cell, every atom, as we're being lit up with these fire energies of the Shakti, the divine feminine Christ energies, the transfiguration, the resurrection, the ascension. It feels as if the fire burning from within, and this is the threefold flame emanating from the still white magnetic light at the center of all things, the violet, the pink, and the magenta. We also have the blue flame, the blue ray of our Venusian lineage, the divine feminine healing waters. So keep rising up and riding these higher dimensional waves into the new earth, into heaven on earth, through the power of our mighty I Am presence, fully awake, fully aware, the pure awareness, penetrating, resolving, dissolving all layers, all dimensions, all veils of amnesia, of forgetfulness, as we remember our true nature, our true selves, and our mission on why we came here. To assist Gaia and all her children, all sentient beings of pure consciousness, with this ascension, this great awakening, this great shift. And we do this with the power of our heart, the power of our minds. 737 coming in, 37 into the 73, heaven on earth, through the sacred heart portal. We are activated in this infinite potential, this infinite co-creative potential that is unlimited, that is the eternal life, the eternal light. I am the way, the truth, and the light. I am here, I am there, and I am everywhere. There is no separation in truth. There is no separation in true, unconditional love. And living from that center, the still point, the 0 point, is living in the love of Christ consciousness, Buddha consciousness, cosmic consciousness, all different concepts pointing to the same moon of enlightenment, realizing our true nature, our true Buddhahood, of infinite compassion, light, love, and truth. 333 coming in. Over the last 24 hours we had some powerful waves coming in. On the Schumann resonance we had blasts of higher dimensional light coming in. Earlier today and throughout the day, the power of 38 hertz, code of 11, the 1111 portal. Today is a 1221 portal. This is mirrored to the solstice, the winter solstice, synchronically with these conjunctions, these alignments, and with this powerful stellium in the heavens above, mirrored on the earth below. All ley lines are activated and totally lit up. The dragon lines are fully online and activated in this now. And with the power of this divine feminine Christ energy of the divine fires, the feminine fire connected with the feminine water of the Mary, the Maria, the Magdalene, of the rose lineages, the white, the pink, the blue, all colors, purple, red, orange, and green, every color of the full electromagnetic spectrum, connected and aligned with our rainbow bridge, Now be sure to stick around to the very end of today's transmission. We have more powerful codes from our Pleiadian brothers and sisters. Powerful activation from our Huna, Brostar of the Light, Lee Paulere. Now a quick update from Divine Sister of the Light, S.A. Smith. Schumann resonance beginning to show its colors. Quick energy update. Energies are rising all around us. Magnetosphere is showing huge energies rolling in. It's always nice when the Schumann resonance reacts as well. You know they're huge if that's happening. Take a moment to tap into you. Ask your system what you need in these big energies. Rest, hydrate, meditate. Let them in. Big energy day continues. Exciting times, divine ones. From agirlintheuniverse.com. And with these powerful energies coming in, the divine feminine, fire, it is activating the twin kundalinis within every living conscious being of light. This is the yin and the yang kundalini, the rainbow serpent, and the feathered serpent coming together in the crown, being activated, the Katika channel, the Sushumna, which is the central channel, our rainbow bridge, between the internal, the external, between heaven and earth, as we travel through this final portal of what we call the final convergence of omega points, and this term comes directly from Source, infinitely expanding Creator Source. Download this into my consciousness in this now, the convergence of all infinite omega points. And it is through this ultimate and final convergence of all timelines, dimensions, and realms that we are able to tap into our infinite co-creative potential and create the eternal paradise that all conscious beings of light desire for all eternity. This is forevermore. This isn't some cycle within cycle. And it was the thousands of years of trauma and suffering that created the foundation to rise up out of. It's what the Buddhists called like the mud, that the lotus, the sacred lotus seed goes into the mud and rises up through the still waters to blossom and bloom into the heavens, into the light. If it wasn't for that mud, there'd be nowhere for the roots to anchor into, to hold on to be able to blossom like all star blossoms now. Our energy was anchored into the energies of all the pain and suffering of all timelines, dimensions, and all consciousness through all eternity. And we are all very grateful for all the suffering that every conscious living being of light has had to go through for this great mission and for this final manifestation, which is just the beginning of the new earth, which is infinite potential and beyond anything we can even imagine right now. But use and tap into your imagination to see, to feel, to hear what it sounds like, to feel what it feels like, to be in paradise, to be in a realm of your true heart's manifestation, your true heart's desires. Now, over the last 24 hours, we had 79 M1.5 or greater earthquakes, which is a very low number compared to what we've been experiencing over the last couple years. The most powerful, 5.2 in southeast of Loyalty Islands. Earlier today in the sacred portal of Libya, 4.2, we had an activation. Puerto Rico, we had multiple activations of the Atlantean energy, just south of the Tropic of Cancer, 3.5 Puerto Rico, 3.6 British Virgin Islands, the Caribbean and Central America, 3.4, a 3.6 also in Puerto Rico. We had multiple activations, a trinity around the Tropic of Capricorn on the Ring of Fire, starting North Island, New Zealand, 4.3, Kermadec Islands, New Zealand, 5.1, and then an activation southeast of Loyalty Islands, the most powerful, 5.2 at 2244 UTC, 22.745 latitude, 172.141 longitude. Again, another powerful activation in Japan today, Kagoshima 5.1, Bay of Plenty, New Zealand, with the Divine Abundance Codes 4.3, the 7 Divine Manifestation. And now we start with the Sabian symbols. Right now, the moon is at 2 degrees, 9 minutes Taurus. The sun is at 23 degrees, 13 minutes Aries. The current Sabian symbol for the moon at 3 degrees Taurus steps up to a lawn blooming with clover, and the current Sabian symbol for the sun at 24 degrees Aries, an open window and a net curtain blowing into a cornucopia from astrologyweekly.com. And again today my sacred Condor pulls a card from the deck Forest of Enchantment Tarot from Lunea Weatherstone 1111, activated now. The card she pulled for you today is very beautiful card, 6 of Visions. All in the golden afternoon, a child comes to her secret spot by the river, bringing her book in her imagination. She is absorbed, enchanted, blissfully lost in her beloved stories. She doesn't even notice the forest creatures and magical beings all around her, though it wouldn't surprise her to see they are real, for she believes in them fervently. These hours are the foundation of her lifetime's ideas about happiness. As long as she can find her way into the forest or lose herself in a book, she will always be the child with dreaming eyes of wonder. When we grow up, we're expected to put away childish things and settle down to take life seriously. But we are never too old to live an enchanted life. This card is a reminder that the child you once were is still part of you. What was magic then is still magic today. All you have to do is open your mind to it. Your old friends from books and your imagination are close at hand, waiting for you to come for a picnic by the river. Meaning at a glance, memories of childhood, nostalgia, the way you were before cynicism or bitterness touched you. A closer look. Do you see the dragonfly? Today from our divine bro star of the light of the Huna nation, Mauta Taki, 1444, level 5 fractal. Been in God school this past week, searching for the fractal energy of the hero from the 6th, 7th, and 8th century of Western Europe. Those who stand for the living light that is coming through in this ancient now from those lineages before the royal families were hijacked by the Draconians, Archons, and Anunnaki. They are here, and they are revealing themselves through the seal of living light. They have been speaking of the Huna in their dream time, and in the light language they say, Huna Matea, new earth of first light, planet Huna. Dragon Tor and Leith Hill, Dorking, Surrey, UK. I came there a couple years ago to activate it and upgrade the ley lines. Now I return the hero from HOH.Earth. And from Divine Feminine 7777, new beginnings, exciting changes are coming. The wheel spins with the power of life and turns to bring us prosperous new opportunities. Feels like a fresh start where you have the power to create the life you desire. Change doesn't have to be negative and hard. If you open up to the unknown and expect the unexpected, change can be magical and joyful. It will bring you a fulfilling life. Let the universe bring you exactly what you need and where you need to be. Don't be afraid of change. Open up to it and embrace it. And from Divine Sister of the Light, Agnes Lindhout, Magdalena is a wild, passionate woman who embodies Shakti and the force of creation. She is the voice of radical change. So step into your deep, sacred, divine feminine power and transform his story into her story through loving action to follow wholeheartedly your truth and your soul path. Magdalene is a wild, passionate woman who embodies Shakti and the forces of creation. She is soft, she is powerful, she is soft power, she is a voice of radical change. We so often connect to the soft and loving feminine energy as women, but we leave out this enraptured wild side. We need both the dark and light aspects of the feminine to come into the fullness of who we are. Mary Magdalene is here to support you, to unapologetically be yourself, to no longer make life choices based on pleasing or getting approval from others, but to follow your truth and your soul path wholeheartedly as she did. She is here to support you to overcome any shame or any ways you don't feel worthy or ready to step into your deep feminine power and transform those stories in loving action. Leola Antara, love the unlovable, forgive the unforgivable. We are all one. Heaven is back on earth and the underworld. Let's make, create, and give birth to love. I am that I am. Inanna, I am, goddess of multiversal love. keeper of the sacred divine feminine magical sexuality codes from ancient Egypt, and carrier of the white flame from Andromeda, I feel very honored, humble, and grateful, Agnes Lindhout, Inanna, and from divine sister of the light, Lisa Marie Wright. Massive collective purging, purification, expansion unfolding. Hearts are bursting wide open. Powerfully transformational incoming energies providing opportunity to fully release the human experience and return to love, purity, and wholeness. I am. Much surfacing and presenting for release. Allow it all to come up and be released. None of the old can be brought into the new. That all must be purged from our DNA. The only way to purify one's DNA is to feel it and to heal it, to release all that it is not aligned with, pure unconditional love and service to the highest good of all, and to embody our true brilliance as unique expressions of love light. Energies bringing up any remnants of guilt, blame, shame, rejection, abandonment, denial, distrust, separation, fear, judgment, limitation, survival mode, power and control over others, self-sacrifice, victim mentality, playing small, any attachments to the pain of the past, lack, struggle, suffering, and especially humiliation. Breathe, feel it, release it, and allow yourself the gift of a whole new beginning. We are here now to live our most magnificent life. We have a whole new story to write that looks nothing like the past. Let it all go. Let love bloom. Sacred star blossoms of the new earth. And today, from Isis Channelings, the warrior goddess graduates with flying colors. Aries new moon, Scorpio full moon. Today, the 12th of April, new moon in Aries not only sets into motion the new astrological year, but is also the first Venus-Moon conjunction of Venus as the evening star, not visible yet as she is still in the underworld, on her journey of ascent, empowerment, regaining lost power, entitled to be crowned not just Queen of Heaven, but Queen of Heaven and Earth. Tomorrow, the 13th of April, is the first day of the Hindu New Year, which is initiated by the 9 nights of the goddess Durga, Sekhmet, Kali, warrior goddess. From the 13th of April to the 22nd of April, Chaitra Navratri. This Aries new moon through the Scorpio full moon is the goddess portal of Kali, Kundalini energy, as during this gateway, Earth Kundalini, dragon energies will move upward to meet cosmic Kundalini energies through the sacred energy sites, portals of Gaia, and our very own Kundalini circuits. That is, we and the sacred sites are the point of union for cosmic guidance and earth wisdom for the next fortnight. What does it mean? A just concluded session with a co-creator of light on this new moon in Aries, of a new astrological cycle underlying the knowings I have been given for this time. The session itself was an initiation into warrior of light aspect, and the message was crystal clear. It is time for action. Go forth and be victorious. Kundalini energy, simply translated, is energy in action, and it can be explosively potent and life-altering. The message now is, as it is time for the goddess head to be reinstated to take her rightful place along with the godhead, so that we can usher in a time of balanced divine masculine and divine feminine to lay the stable and strong and balanced foundations of a new age. The process via which this needs to be achieved is very different from the work we have been doing in the past 8 years or so, last Venus cycle of awakening 2012 through 2020. So far, our work has been mostly in the etheric space, bringing in higher knowings from our higher dimensional selves, star brothers and sisters, and higher dimensional divine entourage. We have been reconnected etherically to our ancient wisdom, roles of priests and priestesses, and the activations and initiations that connected us to our ancient heritage, soul gifts, skills, and talents. We have been doing much of our work also etherically, be it transmutation of earth grids, waters, or sacred sites. Now, however, it is time to move out of the etheric space into physical action. grounding our work in a very visceral manner into Gaia, and not just energetically. My co-creator session today, translated loosely, was an initiation of divine protection, which can only happen when we are able to transmute our deepest fears into our greatest strengths, for that is what it is to be our sword of action and sword of protection. And my client was very literally given her graduation wings, that is to assist her as she takes the flight to the finish, in the knowing that we will be victorious. For we are the light bearers of the will, power, protection, and divine truth of God, Goddess. The past 8 years, 2012 through 2020, have been a rigorous exercise in bringing our polar opposites into union, light and dark, masculine and feminine, spirit and matter, head and heart, integration, union, where we have been chiseled and chafed till the rough edges have been smoothed for a sublime union to occur. This is the threshold we were at. Many of us have reached the higher levels of this divine union, like my client co-creator today, and thus this portal of union of cosmic kundalini and earth kundalini is the crowning moment at the heart center that will bring us in divine balance and centeredness and union with the galactic forces and earth forces, for balance and grounding is of great importance as we step into our next level of engagement, taking the fight to the enemy of all that stands in the way of establishing a new age. You know what that means. For a warrior of light is always balanced, center, connected to divine intuition and the happenings, deceptions on the ground, so that his or her next action is intentional, accurate, with swiftness and agility, with courage and a fearlessness that is so confident and assured of victory that victory has no option but to manifest. The alchemist warrior of light works the 4 elements, fire, water, air, earth, the 4 winds of east, west, north, and south, unites the heavens and the underworld, the past and the future, to anchor manifest it on earth now. It is time to enter the field, aka the warrior goddess Durga, Kali, Sekhmet, Isis, Hathvi, Navratris, to the warriors of light. May goddess Durga, Sekhmet, Kali, guide you with courage, light, protection, and grace as you gear up for the next level of engagement. I'm guided to bring in some initiations for the warriors of light on the Kali Scorpio full moon, April 27th. And light, in grace, in joy, be the change you want to see. Sake na IsisChannelings.wordpress.com. And from Divine Sister of the Light, Nalane Diosara. This new moon brings up a lot of magician energies within Earth, rising and rising. The Lyran spoke about it. It's time to take action, as it is our part to participate. No longer wait for downloads or healing from external forces, but knowing that enough energy work and knowledge are already there within each of us. There has been tremendous energy work that assisted by your guides and parallel selves. Now it is your part to partake. Take action so that knowing becomes embodying. Take action so that one can change and break free from distortions of old magician energies that played out for too long. The 12th of April also brings opportunities to connect deeper with Mother Earth, according to Mayan sacred calendar. With magic rising from Earth, it is us, Schumann, light workers, healers, shamans, whatever we resonate ourselves to be, to work with transmutation, no longer feeding our fire into some delusion that exhausts us. Find the will within and surrender to wield our magic with forgiveness and compassion, to transform the fire into passion, into illumination. And from Shamanic Astrology Mystery School, New Moon and Visible Planetary Update by Daniel Giamario. We shall explore here what is happening with the Moon, Mercury, Venus, Mars, Jupiter, and Saturn. This will also update the insights and information I have been presenting about Mercury and Mars over the last few months. Moon. The Aries new moon at 22 degrees 25 minutes Aries occurred yesterday, Sunday at 7:31 p.m. PDT time on Monday evening, just after sunset. The moon will have separated from the sun by 12 degrees, a very young new moon. It's virtually impossible to spot the tiny young crescent. The world record for naked eye observation of the youngest moon is 15 hours and 32 minutes. The record for seeing with binoculars is 11 hours and 40 minutes. Perhaps someone there in the U.S. Southwest could tie or even beat the record for binoculars, but you are not going to see it with your naked eye until the evening of the 13th. This month in the Islamic world, visually seeing the tiny, youngest crescent marks the start of the Ramadan month of fasting. This follows the Islamic lunar calendar, which operates independently of their solar calendar, and retrogrades through the zodiac several weeks earlier each year. In shamanically oriented cultures, the same kind of approach was used each month to mark the new moon. Rather than using the exact and invisible sun-moon conjunction, it was the first visible crescent that started a month. Depending on when in the day is that exact conjunction and where you are in the world, it is usually 20 to 30 hours after the exact conjunction that the crescent is seen. For most of the world, that will be Tuesday, April 13th. Mercury and Venus, both planets, are on the other side of the sun in the celestial universal underworld. Venus is located at 27 degrees Aries, within 5 degrees of the sun, not rising as an evening star until around May 5th. Mercury, now at around 16 degrees Aries and about 6 degrees from the sun, is now well into the psychopomp phase and will be until about April 27th, then to start another guardian of the threshold phase just prior to becoming an evening sky planet. Jupiter and Saturn. Jupiter has now quite noticeably separated from Saturn after their amazing divine conjunction at the end of 2020, but both are now dazzling morning sky planets about 13 degrees away from each other, located amongst the stars of the goatfish. Saturn at 12 degrees Aquarius is in a 9-month initiatory cycle with the United States South Node. Jupiter at 25 degrees Aquarius will soon begin an 8-month initiatory cycle with the United States Moon. They are so clear and bright in the morning sun, providing a marvelous opportunity to receive directly from the planetary energies insights about 2021. This is particularly helpful if you have any important Aquarian chart placements. Mars now dominates the evening sky, though fading in brightness, compared to last year's opposition. After sunset, Mars is about 60 degrees from the western horizon, on his way to the underworld. Beginning the week at about 23 degrees Gemini, Mars is seen very near the star El Nath, the northern horn of the bull, nearly at the center of the Lakota sacred hoop and the galactic edge. This is also nearly exactly conjunct the U.S. Mars position. And from Divine, Sister of the Light, Carolyn, servant of Yahweh. Happy New Moon and Happy New Year, beloveds. Tonight begins the Hebrew New Year in accordance with biblical calendar. Alleluia. Expansion in the tribes, ascension, and unions has begun. We have outgrown past cycles with the devil and are commencing a new cycle with spirit. The root and heart chakras are feeling this the most. The roots of the old have been removed, which is ascending our spirit from the flesh. The light body is rising from this new moon to the Scorpio full moon, April 27, 2021. This may literally feel like your spirit is beginning to fly up out of the physical. The life force energy of Shekinah, the Holy Spirit, is filling up our energy body with courage, strength, and positivity to continue attaining heaven on earth. Commitment to the Holy Grail deepens. With the past being over and settled, it's easier to understand the karmic relationship wheel you've been trapped under. We've freed ourselves through putting the Most High first, especially through recent cosmic gateways. The portals were open to bring forth our king counterparts, the bridegrooms, based on knowledge, wisdom, and free will choice. This was all a huge success for the beloveds that has fully supported our blessed birthing of divine unions. Self-belief in your ability to move forward with confidence has also birthed. Expansion, success, epiphanies, and opportunities are growing in your awareness. This is because you have bridged the division within yourself that created lack. That seed point has been removed. No longer do you settle for less and accept poor behavior. You are reborn free of that illusion, ready to attain your king, queen counterpart, based on the knowing that you are amazing and will only be with your equal. Wisdom is by our side, ensuring that your power and sovereignty continues to support you walking away from karmic contracts for good. Keep looking forward. The path home is open. You are ready for this new opportunity. Shekinah is giving you stability and confidence, receiving our answered prayers and intentions for sacred marriage of the Holy Grail. Ask her to help you and your counterpart complete this final destination of returning back home into union. All praises to the Most High in Jesus Christo's name. Amen. From Carolyn Kundalini Twin Flames. And from the Archangelic Calendar, Gaia is in Circe's will. Circe, our galaxy, acts upon the infinite universe's will. The current setting element is Earth Spirit, a setting dedicated by the changes we set in the days prior. This setting, above all others, is the lubrication of manifestation and will bring forth massive transition. The octal calculations are showing a new year to be aware of, 1770. Binary calculations also have some exciting anomalies, as the 1111111 gate leads to interesting higher dimensional downloads. Most of these said downloads are a fine-tune of intuition and cause random hums, clicks, and buzzes. We can never return to our original timeline. It is simply not there anymore. We have jumped timelines many times and will find the pocket of peace after some reshuffling. How do we calculate the latitude, longitude, and other incomprehensible calculations of our multiverse positioning, feelings, and emotions? Time travelers in the not-too-distant future see a world with no calamity and yet no people. This vision is a clear sign that we make a mass exodus to another timeline within the next 5 orbital turns. This jump is different than what we usually do, as it will also require a quantum sweep. A quantum sweep is very similar to what Moses and his crew experienced after 40 years of wandering in the desert, an acute engulfing of a new reality. We are at a very high vibe compared to the 3D citizens of Earth, and it is almost impossible for them to hear us at this moment. This circumstance has led to the complete separation of density between the timelines. In other words, the 3D and 5D timelines have 2 different destinations, even though they are still in the same quantum garden. As this change occurs, all layers of life will straightforwardly regulate themselves. 3 more legions. We know this is an everyday occurrence, but it is genuinely especially sacred and rare to add new legions to our collective. The only reason why it's so plentiful at the moment is that we have opened so many stargates, and immense love and respect are flowing in. The samurai, or the dedicated legion, is the great self-disciplined masters throughout existence. The nurturer's legion is the tremendous hospital energies of the cosmos. This unit is nurturing our other legions. They help to ensure food, shelter, and love are abundant in our lives. It is no surprise that the Mantis star race has taken the lead on this legion. The musician's legion are specialists in evoking the power of music into our daily lives. This legion's might is immense and auspicious. Philosophical buffet. People go out of their way to find fault in others as a way to justify their distance. It's another example of sour grapes when humans feel regret about their actions in severing a relationship, or not trying at all to forge one. They need to make a case as to why they do not see divinity in that person. This situation is a false sense of reality. We are all aware that we are swimming in a sea of infinitely expanding creator source, and the only thing we can encounter is divinity. To remove limitations, remove quantification. If we are obsessed with numbers, infinity will not manifest. What if the notion of gravity was different? What if gravity is a metaphysical heartstring that connects things via the higher realms? What if the modern concepts of physics were only metaphysics in disguise? Many New Age teachers mistake their struggles for macro issues. This mistake is a dangerous notion, as the misguided teacher can send thousands into a quantum tailspin by declaring war on their behalf. Legion 5D and relevant news. It is no secret that our legions have a bit of rocky relationship with the Galactic Federation of Light, which stems from significant philosophical differences in the amount of help humanity needs. This situation is on the docket, and intense negotiations to reinstate an ambassador from our legions are ongoing. Deception will be well planned. Belief in your inner ability to know is pivotal to navigation. Your job as an angel on Earth is not over When puja and assignments end, if you see something to fix, fix it. Toxic sexuality is as dangerous as any false projection of this earth. The notion of using sacred moments for manipulation or malice must be an instinct of pure evil. This statement also includes perverting a developing mind with subliminal messaging, and we will evoke the hand that feeds law on all these issues. Consider this compliance with the law of disclosure. On this timeline, Earth has a giant clash with another planet named Theia, about 4.5 million years ago. This situation was not the case on our former timeline, but most of the unknowing will dismiss this as new evidence. Speaking of Mandela effects, there will be many evident in music. These events will be too numerous to mention. However, many reported the Beatles, Norwegian Wood, and Blondie's Dreaming for having significant clues. We will leave that for each individual to decide based upon what they experienced in their quantum travels. The tools and assignments for today are in a link in the description below. This is from the archangelicalendar.com. And today from Divine Sister of the Light, Adrian Elise. Gaia Daily, April 12 through 16. Build a new reality. We are still feeling the dynamic astrology of yesterday's Aries new moon. This is the last week of Aries season. We are being given an opportunity to claim back our joy, life force, and creative flow. Venus is in an exact square with Pluto. This is showing us everywhere we have given away our precious power. Next week, Mercury, Mars, Jupiter, and Pluto will all be at 26 degrees of their signs. This will make a star pattern in the sky, inviting us to activate into our full potential. 2 plus 6 equals 8, which is a number of transformation. It is time to rebuild our world. This star pattern brings positive and encouraging transits, urging us forward in these crazy, uncertain times. We are starting to feel Mercury and the Sun come closer together and into square with Pluto. It's time to break down all the false concepts and personality constructs that have been keeping us playing small. Mercury and the Sun will move together over into the sign of Taurus on the 19th. It's time to uncover and celebrate our supernova abundance of soul spiritual gifts. This soul wealth is how we build a new world. Venus leads the way as she transitions on Wednesday over into her home sign of Taurus. This earth energy will help us to find the ground under our feet. All of our personal planets are coming into relationship with Pluto in Capricorn and Jupiter in Aquarius. These planets are in semi-sextile relationship, exactly one sign apart. We are jimmying the lock on the lower matrix reality. The house of cards is starting to fall. It's time for supernova souls to focus on new energetic structures that can catch us as we leap ahead into the new paradigm. From AdrianElise.com. Today from the Tzolk'in Times, Kin 119, Blue Lunar Storm. Lunar is the name for the number 2, and its key words are polarize, challenge, and stabilize. Okay, let's be honest. Number 2 days can be a pain in the backside. No relaxing today. You must deal with challenges. Then those challenges must be polarized to stabilize them. Problems must be faced, and just like members at an AA meeting, you must admit that you have problems before you can tackle them. Today, look at what needs fixing and deal with those issues without further procrastination. Today is Blue Storm, which represents catalyzed self-generation and energy. Stormy days bring about big changes. Combine this energy with the number 2 and kapow, what a crazy day. To summarize, identify your challenges, and then with the mighty power of the storm, blow your troubles away. This suggests that even large problems can be dealt with today if you have the nerve. As always on stormy days, get blown away or harness all that energy and put it to good use. Today from Divine Sister of the Light, Christina Papagiorgio. Blue Lunar Storm, Kin 119. 12 April 2021, Stabilizing, Polarization. 12/4/2021 equal 12/4/41 equal 345 equal 39 equal 12 equal 3. 12 acquiring knowledge, strength. 4 form, structure, foundation, angelic earth. 5 freedom, change, liberation, transformation. 3 Holy Trinity, joy, creativity. Kin 119 equal 11, portal duality, a turbulent day revealing any distortions to truth, lots of mudslinging as the pond is being stirred up to be cleaned, a catalytic day for powerful transformation. Today is double lunar storm day. We are exactly 9 months, 260 days into our turbulent journey through Kin 119, the year of the blue lunar storm. Our journey is 75% complete, and we have another 104 days, 3.5 months to go until July 26, 2021, when we commence our brilliant new year, the yellow electric seed. The time to shine is approaching, dear star blossoms, when we can unite with our soul families and work together in divine service to humanity in order to seed our beautiful, harmonic new world. Welcome to day 2 in the white mirror wave spell of reflection, truth, illusion, endlessness, and magnification. Today we anchor our capacity to reflect the truth as revealed by the mirror, trusting in the transformation of the chaos that the storm is catalyzing in our physical world, enabling us to stabilize the polarity conflicts. Tone of creation, lunar, tone 2 in the physical realm. The lunar tone represents the sacred twins, cooperation, relationship, polarity, male and female, and duality. Its action polarizes, power challenges, essence stabilizing. Yesterday we magnetized and attracted spiritual energy, and today we anchor that energy in our physical bodies. The lunar tone may also reveal challenges in order to recognize and release anything stopping us from expanding into new horizons and recognizing our true, authentic diamond self. It's polishing time. Conscious self, blue storm. Koak, transformation, change, self-regeneration. Blue storm is the initiation by fire, the lightning storm, the arrival of the thunder beings who bring the final transformation. Blue storm is presenting today with white mirror to cut to the truth and sever any discordant reflections that are distorting your energetic field. Today's double storm aligns with the new moon in Aries, the sign of the fearless rainbow warrior. We have 5 planets in Aries today, the Sun, Moon, Venus, and Mercury, as well as Chiron, the wounded healer. These are all personal planets, and Aries rules the first house, that of self, your self-identity, ego, and personal appearance. This alignment bodes well with the mirror wave spell as we have tremendous catalytic powers focused on the self. It is time to be born anew. After our rebirth through the phoenix rising and the culmination of the serpent cycle, we have completed our shedding, and now we begin the polishing. New beginnings and a new you. Blue storm will assist us in honing our image, confidence, self-image, and projection of our true, authentic self. Are you projecting the image of the person you want to be, that you are proud of being? If not, allow the blue storm to wash away the remnants of the undesirable aspects of your false self. To the Maya, blue storm represents the storm, the thundercloud full of purifying rain, and the lightning that shatters any false structuring of reality, the Tower card in the tarot. Blue storm is the purification of the body temple and the ignition of the light body. This initiation fire breaks any false containers of self that cannot withstand the flames of transmutation. Only your true identity will survive through these fires, for you will be reborn in the heart of all that is. Blue storm provides the water that purifies and quenches your spiritual thirst. In this state of consciousness, you stand willing to surrender everything. You give up what you seem to be in order to become fully what you are. You step into the fires of the unknown, and you are changed forever. Allow blue storm's energies to purify and cleanse you in preparation for your diamond self to be brilliantly buffed and polished. Excerpts from the Mayan Oracle by Ariel Spilsbury. Divine Gratitude. May the storm wind, sun, moon, rainbows, and water come out to play and cleanse our bodies, catalyzing great transformation in our physical realities. How can you use the power of the storm to magically transform your physical reality? If challenges present today, flip the energy, funneling the power generated through the chaos into creation and alchemy. Divine blessings for our collective journey through the fires of transformation. May we arrive at our desired destination with ease and grace, buffeted from the ravages of the storm. and Lakek Alakin, Christina White, Magnetic World Bridger, Kin 66. Kin 119, Blue Lunar Storm. The mantra, the code for today is, I polarize in order to catalyze. Stabilizing energy, I seal the matrix of self-generation. With the lunar tone of challenge, I am guided by the power of magic. And on this magical, powerful day of transformation, transmutation, and transfiguration, let us know, beloved beings of light, in the comments below what you're experiencing, what you're feeling, your dreams, your visions, and your synchronicities. And if you're new to the channel, be sure to subscribe and click the subscribe button below and the little bell to get notifications on future updates. As always, we have a link in the description below the video to the transcriptions of today's transmissions, and we archive these on our website, primedisclosure.com. I'd like to thank everyone supporting us on this mission and with our work, and supporting this channel with our daily transmissions through pledges on Patreon and donations through PayPal and GoFundMe. We rely on pledges and donations for our daily living expenses, so I appreciate you all. If you'd like to support our work and mission, you can do so at patreon.com/primedisclosure. I'd like to thank Divine Angel of the Light H. Vligers for your donation today. I'd also like to thank Divine Brostar of the Light Michael Lowry for another donation. We appreciate you, Brostar. And I'd also like to thank Divine Brostar of the Light Charles Minan for your donation today. We appreciate all of you supporting our work. Much gratitude, beloved beings of light. If you'd like to make a one-time donation, you could do so at egolovecondor.com. I'd also like to thank everyone supporting my Sacred Condors art business on Etsy. She added a couple new goddess totems, beautiful works of art that you can check out at lunagoddessart.com. Now we're going to end today's transmissions with two powerful activations, one from our Pleiadian brothers and sisters of the light. Pleiades 1 messages, April 12, 2021. P1 calling Terrans for origins recognition. Attention for calls in PVSE-SDE. Divine reunions continue to take place. Miasmic elevations increase. Purifications for the sacred expand. Energy harmonization in progress. Conclusions of specific cycles is authorized. Disviews approved for disconnections. Larger tuners are delivered. Unifying fleet arrives in system. Attention plastic transmitters. Single unification projector and support 69% non-regressive. Duality remains exposed while mirroring increases. Galactic healing occur now. Divine counselors are approaching. Etheric Tower 1, synchronization and multi-plane and completion, 89% non-regressive. Temporarily end of transmission, Pleiades 1, potentiating forces of divine technologies. From disclosurenews.it, and today from Huna, Brostar of Light, Li Prairie. Earth terraformed, angelic seeding continuum, Draco, Andromeda inception, Lemuria, symbiotic nature, 0 point, feedback loop, plasma water, light, stargates, proton star body, event horizon, Atlantis fall 10,000 plus years ago, technologic catastrophic distortion, layer of consciousness dropped, out of alignment with central sun, Andromeda quarantine, Earth sphere, stop the spread into solar system, geometry of space-time order, codes of Egypt, pyramid power, Gregorian scope of horrors, Earth farm, Swiss, Nazi, Templars, deep state, D-wave computer, mirror simulation, AI third strand upload, virtual matrix, digital closed system, entropy, viral nanotech, death seal, plasma light, unpacking energy shift, aqua blue ray carrier wave, Giza gate, Orion, Earth's crystal core, Andromeda Galaxy, Galactic Core, Star Body, Crystal Rose, Heart, Elemental Re-encryption, Bone Matrix, Hue Man, Light Man with a Soul, Pillar of Light, Jedi, Interface, Symbiotic, Telepathic Fractal, All Time is All the Time, No Limits, Multiverse, I Be Light in Action, One in the Many, in the One, Mother, Child, Father, Harmonic Equilibrium, Light in Action, Avatar, Space-Time Base, Framework, Implosion, Being, Becoming, Gravity Pulling to Source, Authority Within, Zero Space. So really feel into the energy of these transmissions and energies, and keep riding these waves, walking your sacred path with heart. Spread your wings, earth angelics, and fly high above this plane, above the field, above this realm. Activated in the divine freedom codes, here now. Sacred temple activation, resurrection codes, activated in this now. Ascending to 5D New Earth, manifesting heaven on earth through our heart center, with the power of our mighty I Am presence, activating the divine healing codes, the divine union codes, the divine abundance, prosperity, freedom for all humanity and all living beings in all timelines, all realms, all dimensions. 144 coming in. Have a beautiful, blessed, sacred ascension process of great awakening, and make today the best day ever. For I am the way, the truth, and the life. The eagle and the condor love you all. Namaste.